When Delise was only 8 years old, her mother told her that they would leave their home and move to England. Delise's mother explained, "Your father should look for work so that we can send money for the care of your grandparents and your aunt." The young girl Delise did not want to leave her home in Manila, a large city in the Philippines. When her mother shared this news with her, she felt very sad. "But what about all my friends?" Delise asked. "I don't know anyone in England, and I will be all alone." Her mother reassured Delise that it would be an interesting adventure for all three of them. She told Delise that when she starts school in England, she would make many new friends. However, Delise was not convinced by her mother's kind words. She loved her home, enjoyed going to school, where she knew all the teachers and had many friends. "I don't understand why we have to go to England," Delise thought one night. "I don't know anything about England. I don't speak English well, and I will be completely alone." This last realization made the young girl even sadder, and she wished that she could stay in Manila with her aunt or grandparents. The journey was very long, and Delise felt overwhelmed by the large airplanes and the crowds at the airports. When the family finally arrived in England, everything seemed strange to Delise. The buildings in the city of Birmingham were big and different, and she didn't feel at home at all. The first month passed suddenly when the family found a house to live in. Delise's father went out to look for work so they could send money back to the remaining family members in the Philippines. The young girl was very lonely, and although her mother played with her and took her outside to explore, Delise missed her friends a lot. It was hard for her to accept that she would be all alone in the new city. "I don't understand why we had to go to England," Delise thought one night when the family had just arrived. "I don't know anything about England. I don't speak English well, and I will be completely alone." This last realization made the young girl even sadder, and she wished that she could stay in Manila with her aunt or grandparents. One morning, while having a strange breakfast of rice and eggs, Delise learned that she would be going to school. Her mother said, "It will be good for you to go out of the house and meet new friends." However, Delise was not happy to hear this. She missed her friends, and even though she wanted to be outside more than staying at home, she was afraid of going to school because she didn't know anyone. Delise tried to make excuses that she was sick and too unwell for school, but her mother always knew when Delise was just creating drama. Therefore, she made her wear a uniform and forced her to have breakfast. Delise and her mother walked hand in hand to the school gates, where they met Miss Mahmood, a Pakistani teacher. "Come in and sit with me," Miss Mahmood said, surprising Delise. Both girls quickly became friends because Cleo, a girl from the Philippines, and Delise were the only two who understood the story of Puss in Boots that Miss Mahmood was reading to the class. "Come in and sit with me," Cleo said, surprising Delise. On that afternoon, Delise talked to each child in the class, and even though she didn't always understand what they were saying, she knew one thing for sure: all the children who came to England from different parts of the world started a new life, and even though it could be frightening to be in a new place where you don't speak the language, there would always be someone nearby to help. And no matter where you went in the world, you would always find a friend. Delise realized then that she would never be alone. England was her new home, and it would bring her many benefits,